Welcome to Fix This House, Poolside Edition. And it's a beautiful sunny but breezy day here in North Georgia. And today's project is to install a VEVOR safety pool cover on our pool. You can see our pool behind me is in a state of disrepair. And for a variety of reasons, we're not yet ready to rebuild it or repair it. And I decided it's time to just simply cover it up until we get around to it and have the means financially to redo the pool in the proper fashion. Putting on the security cover will clean things up quite a bit. And people will stop asking us, when are you going to fix that pool? And they'll simply say, when are you going to open the pool? That feels a lot less condemning. But seriously, this pool like it is now is a safety hazard. And it's a terrible eyesore. So I'm going to do some cleanup. Let me give you a walk around the pool, do some cleanup and pressure wash the concrete, and then we'll be ready to install the VEVOR safety pool cover. Well, I don't know for sure, but I'm going to say it's been 3 to 5 years since this pool was used. They had tarped it over, then tried to secure the tarp with boards along the perimeter, but that seems to have fallen in. And yeah, needs some help. We got a new retaining wall along this side, so that's pretty nice. I need to do some cleanup out here, get rid of some of this debris. I've been cut down and it's just laying there. I need to eliminate some of the remains of these old lamp posts. There's some wires no longer energized in that corner. And also that corner way down there. I need to fire up the pressure washer and clean away all this dirt. Clean this concrete. And then we'll be ready to install the cover. So that's the plan. It's time to get going. All right, we've done our cleanup out here at the pool area, pressure washing the concrete. And now it's time to strategize a little bit on the installation of this cover. Our pool measures 20 feet wide by 40 feet long. And the cover is 2 feet longer than that in every direction. In other words, there's going to be a 1 foot overhang on all 4 sides, except for this one little section right here. This bump out for the step. So our cover won't completely cover that step, even though it'll cover everything else. And I've got to strategize something for covering over that step. And what I'm thinking to do is just take a piece of plywood and, you know, maybe paint it, put it over the top of that step area, because the cover won't entirely cover that over, unfortunately. But the 20 by 40, yeah, we're good with that. We'll have a 1 foot overhang, but I got to strategize, come up with a plan for this step. I think what I want to do, the cover has arrived, and I'm going to go open it up in my garage there and take a look at it and fish out the instructions and take a look at them. I'll meet you there. Well, there's the box. It's pretty big. And well, it was the delivery guy. There was 2 of them. but it was carried on the shoulders of one guy as he brought it down the driveway, so it's not ridiculously heavy. It's made in China, safety pool cover. And yeah, so I'm going to open it up. Probably be careful using a knife. It looks like a bottom here, top of the funnel. Don't just slice it. Slice this tack tape along the edges here. Alright. And this should lift off if I'm not mistaken. From the VEVOR factory. And there's the big reveal. Straps feel good, heavy duty. I was expecting that I would see some kind of instructions. Not so far. There's got to be hardware somewhere. I'm okay. Don't even see the instructions. Nor the hardware. No installation hardware, no installation tools, no assembly instructions. They didn't give me any choice except to return it. Kind of disappointing. Well, great news everyone. I ordered a new pool cover and it has arrived. So hopefully this one will contain everything we need. And you know, the more I think about that other one, the more I think to myself, that thing was like, the package appeared like it had been opened before. Anyway, I was not able to get this from VEVOR, so I had to go with a different company called iCOVER. That would be a great name for a sunglass company. But no, it's not EYE, it's I. So letter I, iCOVER. It's made in China. For all I know, it may be identical to the product sold by VEVOR. I have no idea. But I do know that we are going to open this up and see if we can make sure it's got everything we need. So yeah, the project has, as a result, been a little bit delayed. But for you watching on video, it doesn't really change anything, does it? Alright, so the cover should lift off. We've got lift off. Straps out of the way. There it is. And get ready for the big reveal. Go on. Guess we didn't cut the tape all the way around. iCOVER, in-ground pool safety cover. Okay. Oh my goodness, it looks absolutely identical. Doesn't it? This may very well be the exact same product. You know, made at the same factory. Just doesn't have the VEVOR name on it, but it's got all the things that we were missing previously. I think it's some kind of installation tool. Oh look, hardware, anchors, tools, anchor set. One, springs. See, that's how it's supposed to be, you know. We've got everything we need this time, folks, and now I'm excited. Actually, we're still looking for some kind of written instructions. I think that would help. I think that's in here. Wait. Aha! iCOVER, in-ground pool safety cover installation manual. Does not seem too terribly detailed, but I'm going to read through that and then we're going to be all set to get this iCOVER installed. Alright, so we are ready to start drilling our holes, and I need to mark it out on the concrete, which we're doing right now. According to the instructions, they're assuming you've got a pool that's filled with water and that you can just lay the cover on top of the surface of the water and, you know, then you can put it in place and mark and drill. I don't have that luxury. There's Nico the cat. He's having fun inside the old pool. So I have to do it in a way that's going to work for us, and I've decided I want to start down here on the short end of the pool and the shallow end, so that if I do have to enter the pool to like support the cover or something, that'll be a lot easier here in the shallow end. But I've measured, and we've got strapping every 64 inches. And that means their cover is not exactly 22 feet wide. It's more like 21 and a half. But what I decided to do is find our center point, and I've marked it, and I'm going 30 inches out from the edge of the pool, 30 inches out. Now our center point is actually this division between the concrete pieces, so I can't put an anchor there, so I moved it over 2 inches right to there. And then we just measured 64 inches over to the next spot and 30 inches off the edge of the pool. Another 60 inches over, 64 inches over. So that's going to give us 5 anchors along this side of the pool. We've got them measured, made a mistake, so that one we'll ignore. But I think we're ready now to get out the hammer drill and drill some of these holes. So while we're talking about that, I rented this Hilti. It's the TE60. Probably needs something pretty beefy for a job like this. You got 30 holes to drill into concrete. I have a homeowner style hammer drill, but it's not going to be adequate for a job like this, so I decided to rent this. As the instructions tell us, we need a 3/4 inch diamond bit. Not sure what the diamond means, but that's a bit that's very appropriate for concrete, and it's 3/4 inches wide. So let's get started with that. The instructions say to go 1 7/8 inches deep, which is pretty precise. Probably 2 is fine. quite easy, that drill. A little more. That's probably all it takes. All right, good. That's 3 down and 27 more to go.
How much was a one-day rental for the Hilti?
Like 45 bucks.
All right, at Home Depot? Or at
Sunbelt Rentals.
Sunbelt Rentals.
Well, I had to buy the bit, and that was like 60.
Oh, $60 bit plus the rental. All right.
All right, let's keep going. Okay, so let's talk about the anchors. These are the anchors, and they've got an insert that can be removed for installation. And it fits in very easily. It doesn't get snug until these ribbed section at the top enters the hole. Give this tool to just tap it down. Till it's flush, you know, like that. Maybe just a scratch below, but not much. And that guy's in, he's not coming out. And then this insert goes back in. And they give you the tool. So when the cover's in place, you know, you keep it up like that and hook the spring clamp is going to go on hook on top of that. And then when the cover's removed and, you know, swimming season, you could just screw that down flush. No one's going to trip over it. So it's a pretty cool way to do it. I'm going to leave it down so that no one trips over it while we're still drilling holes and getting set up. All right, we're going to stretch the cover. We've put in our anchors at both ends, the short sides, and we're going to drag it down. It'll likely fall into the pool here to some degree, and we'll connect it down in the deep end, and then we'll come back and connect it here in the shallow end. We have not yet drilled the anchors for the sides. Kind of want to get the cover in place before I start drilling a lot of holes and end up making mistakes. Maybe once it's got more tension on it. It's almost like we got these hooks on upside down, because this way puts it flatter to the ground. Since our center mark was like 2 inches off, I decided to come out 28 inches instead of 30 like we had done down the other end. Fabulous. anchor, insertion tool, hammer. It's really very easy. Insert. All right. I'm not entirely sure how these are supposed to be connected. The instructions are not clear.
I got a close-up if you want to explain it.
I'm going under and then over the serrated part of the clasp, buckle, I don't know what you call it. And then
you're just doing a temporary attachment right there.
So then we'll be able to adjust it, you know, and adjust it as needed. Okay, this is really coming together now. I still have a few more anchors to put in here at the corners. And, you know, I was expecting the project to be a little more scientific and with careful measuring, and it hasn't been exactly that. But I think it's working out okay. And just kind of going side by side tightening, and as I tighten them, you know, it levels out, stretches. But I wanted to also show you what I did here at our step. Now, you know that I've got a board. I'm painting it right now, and after that paint's dry, I'll put it in here. But it requires me extending the straps, these two straps, and you can see how I did it with some of these ratcheting tie straps, just to make them longer, because I have a wider space to cover here when I put that board in to cover these steps. So I will show you that when I get that in, but that's the mechanism by which I'm able to make the straps longer, just with some of those ratcheting tie straps you use for securing cargo and stuff. That works pretty good. I think that's going to be fine. Obviously this is too long, I can cut that off. But yeah, it's good. It's good. All right, so a few more steps, but all in all, we're doing pretty well, and I'm happy with how it's coming together. And hopefully I've been showing you enough video footage that you're getting the idea of how we do it. And here's a look at how I covered the bump out step there with a painted sheet of plywood. And you can see more clearly now the straps that I used to extend the tie downs on this side over the step. That seems to work out just fine. It'll be a lot safer. And I'm happy with how that turned out. All right. Well, that wraps up our video on how to install the pool safety cover. Guess I don't need my safety glasses any longer. Yeah, and your situation may be a little bit different. Ours was a bit unique, but I think we accomplished our purpose. One, to make it less of an eyesore. It's certainly much more attractive out here than what it was before we started, and it's certainly a lot safer. So we accomplished both of those things. Hopefully the video was of help to you. Your comments and questions are always appreciated in our discussion below. And thanks for watching Fix This House. Please share it, like, subscribe, and hope you enjoy your pool as much as we hope to someday. All right, bye-bye.